So now I'm going to show how you can use these 1 centimeter cubes to talk about regrouping with subtraction. So the first thing that I do is I build a lot of the fives. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they make these little crosses, which is similar to the cross shape that you'll see when it comes to using the dice and domino patterns. So I just build another 5, and I have a bunch for students, usually in a bowl. And so what I would say was okay, here we have 232, right? What's it made of? 2 hundreds, 3 tens, and 2 ones, right? And I need to subtract, right? And I'll just go ahead and just subtract from the ones place for this demonstration. I need to subtract 5, right? And so I would say, oh, is there enough in the ones place to take away 5? And students would say no. And I'd say, okay, well, what are we going to have to do? We're going to have to regroup. We're going to have to decompose one of these tens and use it and get some of our ones from it. So we would trade in, so they'd hand me the 10 sticks and take 2 fives, because I would be like, right, 2 fives make a 10, right? So we're just going to be regrouping it. Same amount, but we're just going to put it over here now. And so now hopefully they can see, okay, now we have this new funny number, right? 220 12. Well, you can't have 220 12. That's not a number, right? So we're going to have to simplify. That's another term she says introduce early, is simplify. And we're going to regroup. So what can we do? We need to take away 5. And the easiest way to do about this is just to go ahead and take one of the 5s you just regrouped. So we take it off, and then we can see, oh, clearly we have 5, 6, 7 left, right? And so now we can see our new number, which is 227. On the visual level and the representational level, you can do this by drawing blocks, right? So here are 100 squares, here are 10s, right? We consider them the 10 sticks, or whatever we call them, 10 rods, sorry. And then we can do our patterns with dots. So say we have this number, right? And we're going to say this is 225, right? And we are going to subtract, we'll say, let's go ahead and subtract 8, right? So we're going to do minus 8. Do we have enough in the ones place to take away 8? And we would say no. So what are we going to have to do? Well, we're going to go ahead, and we can, and this is different ways to illustrate this. Some students will take it and actually draw the 2 5s on here, draw them over here. You can kind of choose how you want to illustrate it to those students, but essentially what you're going to do is you're going to erase one of those 10s and you're going to make 2 5s. Some of my students are more advanced and they can just do this and they can see that that's 2 5s, and then they can take it from there. Other my students really like to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then they worry about taking away the 8. So then they often will just cross out, okay, we'll cross this. All right, that's 5, 6, 7, 8. And then they count what's left. 5, 6, 7, right? And so now they know, right? They have 7 here, 10 rod here, and 200 here. So they have 217. I think the representational level helps my students, and they continue to use this quite a bit. But I love these 5 crosses as a way to trade in, and that's more efficient than having to trade in for a bunch of ones.